It's opening day of Great Teams of the Past, season number 3. This time, 9 teams from 1931 to 1946. If you have been following my earlier seasons, well, you saw in season 1, the 1912 New York Giants claim the crown. In season 2, it was the 1920 Cleveland Indians that won the pennant. And now we are here in season 3, advancing through baseball's eras. 1931 to 1946, 9 teams. Each team will play 4 games against the other 8 teams. It's a 32-game schedule. Here on game number 1 of the first series, it's the 1946 Boston Red Sox against the 1933 Washington Senators. And obviously, as you look at the standings, everyone's 0-0, but here are the teams that will make up this season. But game number 1 will see the 1946 Boston Red Sox battle the 1933 Washington Senators. The 46 Red Sox won 104 games but lost in the World Series to the St. Louis Cardinals. The 1933 Senators won 99 games, but they lost the World Series to the New York Giants. This is the second appearance for both of these franchises. The Red Sox took part in season number 1, the 1912 Boston Red Sox went 16-16, took 5th place. In season number 2, the 1925 Washington Senators went 17-15. That was good for 6th place. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Boston Red Sox, leading off and playing right field, it's George Metkovich. Batting second is the shortstop, Johnny Pesky. Batting third, left field, Ted Williams. Batting cleanup is the second baseman, Bobby Doerr. Batting fifth, first baseman, Rudy York. Dom DiMaggio's in center field. Rip Russell's at third base. Hal Wagner is the catcher. The starting pitcher for the Red Sox, Ted Hughson. Hughson in 1946, 20 wins, 11 losses, a 2.75 earned run average. For the Senators, leading off, playing second base, it's Buddy Meyer. Left fielder is Heine Manouche. Right fielder is Goose Goslin. Shortstop is Joe Cronin. Center fielder, Fred Schulte. First baseman's Joe Kuhal. Third baseman, Ossie Bluege. The catcher is Luke Sewell. And the starting pitcher for the Senators today is General Crowder. Crowder, 24 wins, 15 losses, a 3.97 ERA in 1933. So here we go. Season 3 gets underway. Let's play ball. George Metkovich to lead things off. He batted .246 with 4 home runs in 1946. And he gets things going, bouncing a ball back to the pitcher. General Crowder fields it, throws over to first for the first out. Here's Johnny Pesky. Pesky, .335 batter in 1946. Homered twice. He takes a strike, called strike 1. And then Pesky lines one into right field. It's the first hit of the season. That'll bring to the plate Ted Williams. Williams in 1946 hit .342 with 38 home runs, 123 RBI. He was the MVP that season and amazingly put up those numbers despite the fact it was his first year back in the majors after 3 years of service in World War II. So here's Ted Williams, 1 on, 1 out. And hard ground ball to third base. Bluege able to knock it down. He'll have to go to first. He does get Williams out. Pesky advanced to second base. 2 outs, runner on second for Bobby Doerr. Cleanup hitter hit .271 in 1946 with 18 home runs. See if we can get the die in the box. And Crowder unleashes a wild pitch. Johnny Pesky will advance to third base. Door still at the plate. Runner on third, 2 outs. And Door bloops one over the second baseman's head. It falls in for a hit. The Boston Red Sox lead 1-0. Pesky scores on the Door single. Here's Rudy York. York hit .276, 17 homers in 1946. And York lines one into center field. It's in for a hit. Bobby Doerr is able to go from first to third. And now runners at the corners, 2 outs for Dom DiMaggio. DiMaggio batted .316 in 1946, 7 homers. And DiMaggio lifts a fly ball into center field. Schulte will make the catch to end the inning. The Red Sox, in the top of the first, 1 run on 3 hits. Bobby Doerr drives in the first run of the season. For the Senators, in the bottom of the first, Buddy Meyer to lead things off. Meyer, .302 batter in 1933. Tex Hughson strikes him out. Here's Heine Manouche, .336 batting average in 1933. 5 homers. Ground ball left side. The third baseman, Rip Russell, has it. Throws over to first. 2 outs. Here is Goose Goslin, .297 hitter in 1933. Goslin, one of a few players on the Senators that were part of season number 2 and the 1925 team. Goose Goslin hit .298 with 5 home runs in season number 2. And Goslin, something positive here, 22. He gets to roll on his second column. Goslin, 10 homers in 1933. Not a homer, but he does hit one to the right center field gap. Goose Goslin makes his way to second base with a 2-out double. And that will bring up Joe Cronin, the cleanup hitter, the shortstop, also the manager. In fact, I should have mentioned at the start, Joe Cronin is the player manager for these 1933 Senators. Joe Cronin is also the manager of the 1946 Boston Red Sox. And Joe Cronin in 1933 with these Senators, .309 average, 5 homers, 118 RBI. Player manager, he finished second in MVP voting that year. So can Joe Cronin tie it up here? Runner on second, 2 outs. He does not. He hits a fly ball to center field. Dom DiMaggio tracks it down. Side retired. We've played 1 inning. Boston leads Washington 1-0. Top of the second, Rip Russell leads off. Russell, the third baseman, hit .208 in 1946. He'll hit a ground ball to the shortstop. Joe Cronin has it. Throws over to first, 1 out. Here is the catcher, Hal Wagner. Wagner hit .230 with 6 homers in 1946. Crowder strikes him out for the second out. And here's the pitcher, Tex Hughson. The ground ball to short. Joe Cronin throws him out. 1-2-3 inning for General Crowder. In the bottom of the second, Fred Schulte will lead things off for the Senators. Schulte, .295 average, 5 homers in 1933. He hits a ground ball to the first baseman, Rudy York. Takes it himself for the first out. Joe Kuhel .322, 11 home runs, 107 RBI in 1933. And Hughson strikes him out. 2 outs. That'll bring to the plate Aussie Bluegee. Bluegee, another Senator who also played in Season 2 with the 1925 Senators. Bluegee had a rough going of it. In Season 2, hit just 179. In 1933, he hit 261 for the Senators. And his season will start with a fly ball to left. Ted Williams has it. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Tex Hughson. Played 2 complete, still 1-0 Boston. Back to the top of the order for the Red Sox, George Metcavich, 0 for 1 today. And he will draw a walk. Leadoff walk to Mescovich. There's Johnny Pesky. I mentioned Ted Williams won the MVP award in 1946. Johnny Pesky was 4th in the voting. Bobby Doerr was 3rd. So Pesky, 1 on, nobody out. Another strikeout by General Crowder, and that's the first out. Ted Williams grounded out his first time up. He looks at ball 1 and ball 2. And he looks at ball 3 and ball 4. Runners on first and second for Bobby Doerr. Doerr drove in the only run of the game so far in the first inning. Chance for another one here. First and second, 1 out. Bobby Doerr. Bobby Doerr. Drive to left. It is back. It is back. It is gone. 3-run home run. Bobby Doerr. It's 4-0 Red Sox. Doerr had 18 homers in 1946. He's got the first one of the season here today. Rudy York steps in. He singled his first time up. And York puts one into left center field. It falls in for a base hit. 1 out, runner on for Dom DiMaggio, who is 0 for 1. DiMaggio rips one during the third base line, but Aussie Bluegee makes a great play. He comes up throwing to first. He gets the out. York does advance to second base. Runner on second, 2 out. Rip Russell's at the plate. Russell is 0 for 1. And Russell will hit a fly ball into left field, caught by Manouche. Side retired, but Bobby Doerr, 3-run home run. It's 4-0 Boston as we go to the bottom of the third. Luke Sewell to lead things off. Sewell, 264 hitter in 1933, 2 home runs. Sewell hits it hard, but in the air right to Dom DiMaggio in center field for the first out. Here's the pitcher, Alvin General Crowder. Hughson strikes him out. 2 away. Back to the top of the order, Buddy Meyer. He struck out his first time up. And he strikes out again. Hughson. Another 1-2-3 inning. We go to the fourth. Boston comes to the plate, leading 4-0. Hal Wagner to lead things off. He struck out his first time up. This time, routine ground ball to short. Joe Cronin has it over to first. 1 out. Here's the pitcher, Tex Hughson. And bouncer to second base. Meyer throws him out, 2 outs. Top of the order for the third time, George Metkovich, 0 for 1 with a walk. And he hits a ground ball back to the pitcher. General Crowder has it, throws over to first. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Crowder. Bottom four for the Senators. Heine Manouche to lead things off. (1933) MVP voting. Joe Cronin finished second. Heine Manouche was third. Manouche 0 for 1 today, but he will get something on positive going here with that 33. He'll roll on his second column. 5 home runs in 1933. And 22, he puts one down the line. The Red Sox are going to have to chase after it. Heine Manouche speeds his way around the bases. He has a leadoff triple. That brings to the plate Goose Goslin. Goslin doubled his first time up, so both Senator hits to this point. Only got 2 of them. Both of them have gone for extra bases. Nobody on, runner on third. Red Sox will play deep. And Hughson walks Goslin. So now runners at the corners for Joe Cronin. He drove in 118 runs in 1933. Chance for one here. Looks at ball 1 and ball 2. And Cronin, fly ball to center field. It's catchable, but is it deep enough? Yes, it is. Dom DiMaggio makes the catch. Heine Manouche tags up. He will score on the sacrifice fly. So it is 4-1 Boston after Washington scores its first run of the game. So runner on first, 1 out for Fred Schulte. He's 0 for 1 today. Hughson with another strikeout. Joe Kuhel struck out his first time up. Bouncer back to the pitcher. Hughson fields it, throws over to first. Side retired. Washington does get its first run on the Cronin sacrifice fly, but it's 4-1 Boston heading to the 5th. Here's Johnny Pesky to lead things off. 1 for 2 today. Single and a strikeout. This time, fly ball to center field. Fred Schulte runs after it. He makes the catch. Here's Ted Williams, 0 for 1, walked his last time up. And Williams scorches one into right center field. It's going to roll to the wall. Ted Williams has himself a 1-out double. And here comes the star of the game so far, Bobby Doerr. RBI single in the first, 3-run home run in the third. He's got Ted Williams in scoring position here. What can Bobby Doerr do this time? Nope, not this time. General Crowder strikes him out for the second out. Rudy York has singled twice. He's looking to bring Williams home. Runner on second with 2 outs. He does not. York, fly ball into center field. Schulte makes the catch. Side retired. To the bottom of the 5th. 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Senators. Ossie Belugi to lead things off. He is 0 for 1 today. He hits a ground ball left side. Rip Russell comes up with it, throws to first in time to get the first out. Here's the catcher, Luke Sewell, 0 for 1. Fly ball to center field. No problem for Dom DiMaggio. 2 outs. And here is General Crowder. Crowder has pitched 5 innings. He's given up 4 runs, 6 hits. Could go to the pen. We'll let Crowder go a little bit longer. Crowder struck out his first time up. And he has struck out again. Hughson with another strikeout. Top of the order for the Senators, Buddy Meyer, 0 for 2. And he hits a comebacker to the pitcher. Oops, excuse me. Not Buddy Meyer. Crowder striking out. That was the 3rd out. Sorry about that. We go to the top of the 6th. Dom DiMaggio will lead things off against Crowder. DiMaggio's 0 for 2. Ground ball right side. Buddy Meyer makes the stop, tosses over to first. 1 out. Here's Rip Russell. He is 0 for 2 today. Fly ball to left. Heine Manouche has it. 2 outs. Hal Wagner's 0 for 2. And Crowder strikes him out. 1-2-3 inning for Crowder. Now Buddy Meyer comes to the plate for the Senators, leading off the bottom of the 6th. Meyer has struck out twice today. Hughson, his first 5 innings, 6 strikeouts. Pops it up, left side. The shortstop, Pesky, calls for it. That's 1 out. Here's Manouche, 1 for 2. Tripled in the 4th inning and scored the Senators' only run. Manouche set down on strikes, 2 away. Goose Goslin doubled his first time up, then he walked. As I mentioned, Goose Goslin, one of the Senators' top players in season number 2, batting .298 for the 1925 Senators. 1 for 1 today. Let's make that 2 for 2, that 22. He gets to roll in his 2nd column. Quite likely another extra base hit here. And Goslin rips one down the left field line. He will walk into second base with another double. 2 outs, runner on second for Joe Cronin, player manager for the Senators, manager actually for both of these teams. 0 for 1 sacrifice fly last time up, and Joe Cronin, 66, going to roll in his 2nd column. Good chance that Senators will score at least 1 here. Cronin had 5 home runs in 1933. Cronin hits one to the wall. It's off the wall. It takes a crazy bounce. Goslin will score. Joe Cronin will hustle his way around the bases. He's into third base with an RBI triple. It is now 4-2 Boston. So Bobby Doerr has all 4 runs batted in for Boston. Joe Cronin has both runs batted in for the Senators. Chance for more here with Fred Schulte. 2 outs, runner on third. Schulte's 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. And Schulte, ground ball to the third baseman, Rip Russell, comes up with it, throws over to first for the 3rd out. Well, Boston led 4-0 after 3. It's now 4-2 after 6. Leading off the top of the 7th is Tex Hughson for the Red Sox. 0 for 2 today. Crowder will strike him out. George Metkovich, 0 for 2 with a walk. And Metkovich has his first hit. Lines one into left center field. 7th hit of the game for the Red Sox. Runner on first, 1 out for Johnny Pesky. He is 1 for 3. Number 4 in the MVP voting in 1946. Pesky, double play ball, but the third baseman, Ozzie Blugie, bobbles it, picks it up, fires to first, beats Pesky by half a step. So, chance for 2. They only get the 1. And now Ted Williams comes to the plate with a runner on second and 2 outs. Williams doubled his last time up. He is 1 for 2 with a walk. Williams puts one into right field. It will fall for a base hit. They're going to send George Metkovich. He is going to slide in safely. Ted Williams has an RBI single. And Boston back up now by 3 runs. It's 5-2. And somebody other than Bobby Doerr has driven in a run for Boston. Speaking of Bobby Doerr, here he is. Runner on first, 2 outs. Doerr, RBI single in the first, 3-run homer in the third. Struck out his last time up. This time, bouncer left side, Blugie has it, throws over to first for the third out. Boston adds 1 on the Ted Williams RBI single. We're in the 7th inning stretch. Joe Kuhl to lead things off here. He is 0 for 2. Kuhl strikes out. Another K for Hughson. He is up to 8. There's Ozzie Blugie, 0 for 2. Looks at a called strike 1. Ground ball left side through Rip Russell's legs. We have an E5. Error by the third baseman. Blugie is aboard. He's at first base with 1 out. That'll bring Luke Sewell up. Sewell's 0 for 2. And Sewell rips one into right field. It's a base hit. Ozzie Blugie will go from first to third. The Senators have runners at the corners with 1 out. We're to the pitcher spot with General Crowder. So the Senators will send up a pinch hitter. It's going to be Dave Harris. Harris hit .260 in 1933. First and third, 1 out for Harris. 5-2 game. Harris looks at ball 1 and ball 2. And then Harris, he's going to give this one a ride. He'll roll in his second column. 5 homers that season. And Dave Harris, fly ball to left. It's deep. It's back. It's gone. A 3-run pinch hit home run for Dave Harris. We are all tied up 5-5. How about that? That will bring Buddy Meyer to the plate. Still just 1 out. Meyer is 0 for 3. And Meyer rolls a 33. He'll roll on his second column. He had 4 homers in 1933. Not a homer, but Buddy Meyer, he has himself a 1-out triple, and now the go-ahead run is on third base with just 1 out. And Heine Manouche comes to the plate. Action in the Boston bullpen, but they don't have anybody better than Hughson, so they're going to let Hughson at least finish out this inning. Manouche 1 for 3. Does have a triple. And Manouche drives one into right field. It's going to be deep enough. Metkovich will make the catch. Buddy Meyer will tag. But Meyer will score the go-ahead run on the sacrifice fly. It is now 6-5 Senators. How about that? Two outs, nobody on. Goose Goslin at the plate. Goslin has doubled twice and walked. This time, fly ball to left. Ted Williams has it for a third out, but not before Washington puts 4 runs on the board. Dave Harris, pinch hit 3-run homer, Heidi Manouche, sacrifice fly, and it is 6-5 Senators going to the 8th. Senators need a new pitcher. They will go with Jack Russell, 2.69 ERA, 12-6 record. Red Sox, 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up. Rudy York leads off. He is 2 for 3, singled his first 2 times up. This time, fly ball into left. Manouche has it for the first out. Dom DiMaggio, he's 0 for 3. And his tough day continues. Ground ball to short. Joe Cronin has it. Throws over to first for the second out. Third baseman, Rip Russell. And Russell hits one into left center field. It's going to find its way into the grass for a base hit. 2-out single for Russell. Red Sox have 9 hits at this point. Washington with Washington with 7. Hal Wagner. Runner on, 2 outs. Wagner 0 for 3, has struck out twice. And he'll hit a fly ball into center field. No problem for Fred Schulte. Side is retired. Let's see. Houston's scheduled, I think his day is done, having now given up 6 runs. Scheduled to lead off next inning. That's fine. All right. Jim Bagby Jr. will come on to pitch at the bottom of the 8th for Boston. If you watched season number 2, any of season number 2 and the champion 1920 Cleveland Indians, Jim Bagby Sr. was one of the star pitchers for the 1920 Cleveland Indians who won the title. This is Jim Bagby Jr. now on the mound for Boston. Bagby 7-6, the 3.71 ERA in 1946. He'll face the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Washington here in the 8th, starting with Joe Cronin. Cronin 1 for 2. drove in the first 2 runs for the Senators, sacrifice fly and a triple. And Cronin, this time, ground ball left side. Rip Russell has it over to first for the first out. There's Fred Schulte. He is 0 for 3. He will draw a 1-out walk. Joe Kuhl's 0 for 3, has struck out twice. And Bagby walks him as well. 2 straight walks issued to Senator batters. Now they have runners on first and second with 1 out. Aussie Bluegee at the plate. He is 0 for 3, reached base on an error the last time up. Bluegee doesn't get much on it. Left side, the third baseman, Rip Russell, has to charge in, pick it up barehanded. His only play is to first in time to get Bluegee out for the second out. Both runners do advance a base, and now there are runners on second and third. 2 outs for Luke Sewell. Sewell's 1 for 3, singled his last time up. And line drive, but right at the first baseman, Rudy York. And that's the third out. Pitcher spot, Bagby scheduled to lead off, so Boston will bring up a pinch hitter. Be Leon Culberson, 313 in 1946. Jack Russell to close this one out for the Senators. Here is the pitch. And Culberson lines one into right field. He's got a base hit to start things off here in the ninth. Trailing by a run, George Metkovich will be looking to sacrifice Culberson over. Not a good bunt. Bluegee fields it, the third baseman. He's got to play at second base, and he gets it. So that's just a fielder's choice. Sacrifice fails. Metkovich is on base, but on first base with 1 out. And now Johnny Pesky steps in. Pesky 1 for 4. Singled his first appearance. He looks at ball 1 and ball 2. And then Pesky, little dribbler in front of the plate. Russell rushes in, picks it up, throws to first. He gets Pesky for the second out. Metkovich does advance to second base. So runner on second, 2 outs. Red Sox are down to the last out. Nobody else you'd want up in this situation more than this guy, the MVP of the 1946 season, Ted Williams. He's 2 for 3 today, double and a single in his last 2 appearances. He's got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Ted Williams. Nope. Ground ball to first. Kuhl has it. Flips it to Jack Russell, covering first. And that is the ball game. The Washington Senators have rallied to win the season opener, beating the Boston Red Sox 6-5. What a comeback. For the 1933 Senators, 6 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. For the 1946 Boston Red Sox, 5 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. They left 7 runners on base. Boston led 4-0 after 3 innings. They led 5-2 heading to the bottom of the 7th. Washington put up 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Dave Harris, a 3-run home run, pinch hit, 3-run home run to tie it. Heine Manouche, go-ahead sacrifice fly turned out to be the game-winning run. Let's look at the stats for the Senators on those 7 hits. Only player with 2 hits was Goose Goslin. He had a pair of doubles. Senators had 3 triples today. Meyer, Manouche, and Cronin all had triples. Dave Harris had the pinch hit home run, so 6 of the Senators' 7 hits went for extra bases. Harris, a 3-run homer. Cronin drove in 2 runs. Manouche, as we said, the go-ahead sacrifice fly. General Crowder, 7 innings, 8 hits, gave up 5 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. So let's see. He was the pitcher of record when Washington made the comeback. So despite a less than impressive stat line, General Crowder will get the win. Jack Russell, good 2 innings of relief, 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, but no runs. He'll get the save. For the Red Sox, they had 10 hits. Ted Williams, Bobby Doerr, and Rudy York all had 2-hit games. 2 of their 10 hits went for extra bases. Ted Williams had a double. Bobby Doerr had a 3-run homer in the 3rd inning. Doerr drove in 4 of the 5 runs. Williams had the other RBI. Tex Hughson, he'll take the loss. 7 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs. 4 of them were earned. 1 walk. He had 8 strikeouts. Jim Bagby pitched the final inning. So that is all from Griffith Stadium on opening day, where the 1933 Senators have beaten the 1946 Red Sox 6-5. Thanks for watching. This was game number 1 of many from here in season number 3 of Great Teams of the Past. Hope you'll join me for the next one. So thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe.